Hello girls and boys, today we're going to look at multiplying numbers by 10, 100, 1000 and then dividing numbers by 10, 100 and 1000. So let's have a look at this number sentence that we have here at the moment. It says 847 multiplied by 10. So we have the digits here in the different place value columns as they are, 847. So what happens is when we multiply numbers by 10, they move place values, move houses by one place. Okay, so in this case we are multiplying, so we are increasing the size of the number, and in that case the numbers will all slide up one house, and we must remember to slide them all up. Now we have got an empty column here, we can't have that, so we have to make sure that we put in placeholder. Alright, so let's put it in. It's a 0. So now we've got our answer, 8,470. Alright, so what happens then if I very quickly delete some of this? Okay, so what happens then if we are dividing by 10? Well, you guessed it, the numbers slide back in the opposite direction. Okay, so the numbers get smaller. Down they go, and we end up with this number, 84.7. Let's use a cool online tool called the number slider to help us out with a few of these. Let's go to that now. Here it is. So let's try a couple. Let's put in the number 467, and we'll update the slider. There it is. And we're going to multiply by 10. So the numbers will slide up one house, and we'll have a placeholder in the ones column, 4,670. Alright, let me just put that back where it was. If we multiply by 100, down here looking at 100, guess what's going to happen? The numbers are going to slide up two places. Alright, watching the numbers here, 1, 2, 3, up they go. And we need two placeholders there, 46,700. Alright, thinking back to dividing the number now, if we divide it by 10, the numbers will slide down because we want a smaller number. Down it goes, we end up with the number 46.7. What happens when we divide by 100? You guessed it, the numbers slide two place value columns down. Down they go, 4.67. Right. Let's just try one more here. Let's try the number 75, and let's see what happens when we multiply the number by 1,000. Watching carefully, thinking to yourself, it's actually going to increase by how many places? Let's have a look. Slides up 3 place value columns, and we fill in the leftovers with placeholders, 75,000. In the opposite direction, let's just go back to dividing the number by 100. Sorry, let's do dividing by 10 first. Down goes the number 7.5. If we divide it again by another 10, the 7 is going to go into the tenths, and you have a look at what happens in the ones column there. Okay, we need a place value holder there, placeholder, in front of the ones. The ones is the only house that always has to have a number in there. Okay, now I'd like to show you another resource. I'll just move myself over there. I've got the tab here. It's a online game. It's called Multiply and Divide Numbers by 10, 100 and 1000. In Queensland, we're using our online learning environment to find this, but you might be able to do a Google search and find this anyway. So if we click on our first quiz, here's the number 71,396 divided by 10. So the number's going to get smaller. Alright, so use your number slider, have it up here at the top. We can put that number in, so 71,396. 71,396, put it into this slider, and we're going to divide by 10. Down it goes, 7,139.6. So we can use that number slider to help us complete this task. Checking it, there we go. Alright, so I recommend giving that a try. The number slider is another tool, an online tool that we can use. Have a Google search for it. For those people in my class, I'm going to email it to you. And good luck multiplying and dividing by 10, 100 and 1000. Give it a go.